Hi all, this is Basaraj Patil, Assistant Professor from SDM Institute of Technology. So today we are going to discuss with the lab program of file structures. So the first program is to write a program to read a series of names, one per line, from the standard input and write these names spelled in a reverse order to the standard output using IO redirection and pipes. Repeat the exercise using an input file specified by the user instead of standard input and using outputs by the user instead of a standard output. In consideration of this program, we can split into two cases. One is the performing the operation with a standard input and output operations. The other one is performing the operation with the file. So in the first case, we are reading the data from the standard inputs like keyboard and writing the data to the standard output to the monitors. Here data means a list of names which are read from the user. In the second case, we will be considering the file which will be stored with the list of names and passing the file as a input to the program, and then to reverse the names and rewriting the file contents in a reverse order to another output file as a resultant file. So this can be done in the following process, like enter the choice. The user will be asked with a choice whether to perform the operation with the standard IO or from the files. Based on the user choice, he will select either 1 or 2. The user can use choice to enter either 1 or as 2. In case 1, the data number of names to be read. So that value will be considered as a n, means the value will be in numbers, whether the user wants to give four names. So that 4 is assigned to the value n. Then read one by one at a time. Then call the function reverse by passing the first name as a parameter to the reverse function. That means if I give a value a, b, c, that should be reversed c, b, a. String reverse function is an inbuilt function which can be used to define reverse the content and display this on the output screen. Then repeat this case until all the elements, the n value, until the loop reaches to the n value, until the condition satisfies. Repeat it. If the user had chosen with the second case, that's using a files, the user should be asked to enter the name of the file. For example, a.txt can be the file name. The file should contain the list of names. It may be 4, 5, 6, whatever the number of files. Once the data is stored and passed as an input, the file will be read with the contents line by line, and the data is processed each line in a reverse form and stored on another output file. In a reverse order. All the names listed in the input file are performed with a string reverse function and stored to the output file. Once the output is finished, then we need to close that particular file, then stop the program. So how can we do it? Programming. This program is done with a C++, where the file can be stored as program1.cpp. Here initially we will define a class which should contain the name of the user, whatever the names, and we also need to read the input file, output file and a string. These variables are considered in a private access and of the type character, and for a public access two functions are defined. One is standard IO, the other is a file IO. After defining this standard file class, we consider it as a class which will be concerned with the members and the member functions. We'll go to the actual program with the main function. Here initialize the number num, how many values you want to read, then read the choice. To read the choice we are defining a variable called as num, then define an object of the class defined standard file, that is std underscore file. Then we are making use of a for loop without specifying the conditions. That means unless and until the task finish, it will be repeated. Unless the condition is exiting, the function repeats. In the for loop, the user is asked to enter the choice, whether the user wants to perform with the standard input or with the output file. The user has only two choices. If any third number is entered, that will be a default case with a switch case statements that will be exiting. So if the number is 1, assume that the initial case the number is 1, switch is passed with the value and it checks with the case 1. Yes, the case 1 matches with the 1 and it executes, it enters to the case 1 s dot standard IO. S is the class defined with the member and member functions, and from that the variable this function is called. So what happens if this function calls? We'll move to the next function directly with stdio. The function is called with respect to the standard file. This operation, in this function, the number of names are read along with the value and performed with the reverse operation and stored to the output that is displayed on the screen. Initially, the user variables has to be defined, n to read the number of names, I2 for the incremental of the for loop. Now the user is asked to enter the number of names to read. Assume that I will specify the n value as 3. So n is considered as 3. Then the user is asked to enter the names. So I is 0 as the initial stage, I less than n. That means the condition will be checked until it is less than n. As initializing I with 0 till I minus n minus 1, that will be validated. Once read the name, the first name, that's n of names of 0, I is 0 initially. So the initial first element is read. It may be A, B, C, and that is printed in a reverse order using a string reverse function. So similarly it repeats till the end of the for loop unless it is n minus 1 and prints the results on the output screen. So if the user has entered the choice number 2, that's a case 2 in this main function, it will call the function s.file underscore IO. And what happens if it calls the file IO? So here in the another function, f stream I file and O file, two parameters, two files I file and O file are defined of the type f stream. Here the user is asked to enter the name of the file which contains the list of the names. For example, input.txt is the name. So the user enters the input.txt. Then the input file ifile.open is a function where the file is opened in an input mode, that is iOS scope resolution in the input mode with the past file. It's a file input is the name of the file. Whatever the file assigned, input.txt is the file name. If it's not a file, if it is not a file, it says if the file does not exist. If the file exists, then it will check the names to be stored. Means it will read the contents. It reads the contents and writes the output in a reverse order. Then it checks for the while condition ifile dot end of file. Till the end of the file, all the characters are read, get line by line. Then convert the data using the string reverse function one after the another. Then pass that or store that value in the output file. Our output file is nothing but the resultant file where the data is stored in a reverse order. After that, once you compile the program, one of the sample output is the user is asked with the choice using standard or using files. The user is entering the choice number 1. Then the question is to the user, enter the number of names to be read. The user has specified as 3. Then the user is asked to enter the 3 names. That is 3 names are specified. Once compiled, the resultant, the reverse names will be printed as HSAKA, the reverse of this. Similarly, the reverse of the second name and reverse of the third name. In the similar way, the choice 2 can be considered, can give an input as a input.txt or 1.txt, any file name, then perform the operation and submit the results in the Google Classroom. These are the few references. Thank you.